Mr. Israel, bring that fire out.
They screaming peace when there ain't no peace. Israel prophesying in the streets. Look at me, the center of attention. Black Messiah coming with a vengeance. Coming with a vengeance.
But read that real quick. Read that.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 33, verse 17. His glory is like the firstlings of his bullock, and his horns are like the horns of unicorns.
The horn is talking about a leader. Read.
With them he shall
what?
With them he shall push the people together.
He's gonna push, this leader gonna push the people together. Read.
To the ends of the earth.
To the ends of the earth. Read.
And they are the 10,000s of Ephraim.
Say the what?
10,000s of Ephraim.
And what?
And they are the thousands of Manasseh.
These two tribes were the leaders that pushed the people to the ends of the earth. They came on this side right here. But I know what you want right there. When you find it for me and stuff like that, because it's another precept. But let's go back to Deuteronomy. Hold on for a minute. Let's stay right on top, because you're talking about that these people right here you don't know about. It's right there in the curses, okay?
Sure, I can precept curses that everybody is something in one form or fashion. My only thing is, if they came voluntarily by themselves.
They didn't come voluntarily, but yeah, actually they did come voluntarily by themselves. No. They was no. They came, you're right, they came voluntarily by themselves. These were the leaders, the heads of the people that guided them over here to this land over here. That's what the prophecy is referring to. They pushed them to the ends of the earth.
And that's coming out of this elder from the Apocrypha. Hey, you know, brother. As they say, famous say, 2 or more. You know what, 2 or more.
28. We'll get to it.
I ain't want to step in too long.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter...
Hold on.
But I'm listening to you, but you know, a lesson can go on almost 8-7 hours.
Well, you keep interrupting, brother. Okay, I'll tell you what. Let me get to what you just mentioned about the Northern Kingdom, talking about these Indians right here. That's what I'm trying to get to.
I ain't gonna run out for you, know.
Okay, then, yeah, I'm trying to get to it. But you know, you was asking more questions because you were saying when we read that how they got over here, you was like, well, is there another precept?
I understand now what you're saying. You're saying that Ephraim and Manasseh push those other tribes to the west.
Yeah.
So I'll start that. At least give me a self-proof.
Okay, then. But when we find the other one, I'm gonna show you that one as well. Okay. All right. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but it's another precept that I can take. That I want you. You know, I'm here to answer your question. We ain't trying to argue. Gotcha. All praise. Deuteronomy 20:15. We're gonna deal with the Northern Kingdom. Okay. Read.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15.
Read.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Even though I read that for education for everybody else, but apparently you have an understanding of God saying that if you don't keep my laws, these curses gonna come upon you. Gotcha. Okay, so you know, so a curse is a bad thing, correct?
The blessings and the curses.
The blessings for what? If you do what?
The blessings if you keep the covenant, and the commandments, and the ordinances, and the statutes,
and the curses
if you don't.
Okay, so a curse is a bad thing if you don't keep the commandments.
And it don't take much.
Okay, all praise. So I just want to make sure that we understand that to get the blessing, like you just said, keeping the commandment and the covenant, and if you don't do that, that's what the curses come in, okay? All right, all praise. So let's go to let's start at verse 40. I'm gonna read verse 40. Start at verse 45. We'll go back. Then we'll come back up.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and shall pursue thee and overtake thee till thou be destroyed.
So these bad things are going to come upon us as a people and overtake us until we be destroyed. Let's see the reason why.
Because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Read.
Because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Read.
To keep his commandments.
So that's what happened to us because we don't keep God's commandments. Read on.
And his statutes, which he commanded thee, and they shall be upon thee for a sign.
So the curse is going to be upon a particular group of people for a sign. Hey sis, how you doing? What's your name? What's your name? Shanika? Anika? It's your daughter? Hey sis, what corner we located on right now? Anika. Sister Anika.
We everywhere.
I'm talking about where we physically located right now. Where are we located right now? What street are we located? I would say that.
Park and
Okay, so park tells us, identifies what's the name of this street, correct? Okay. Makes sense? Let's read. And the day, meaning the curses, read,
shall be upon thee for a sign.
the curse is going to be upon our people for an identification mark. Read.
And for a wonder.
Before you had the understanding of why we brought our people into slavery. We didn't know that. Many of them didn't know that. Still today, many of them still don't know. Okay? God's going to say it's going to be a wonder to many of our people until it explained to them according to the Bible. Read on.
And upon thy seed forever.
So these are going to be generational curses upon thy seed forever. Read on.
Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart.
Because we don't keep God's laws with joyfulness and gladness of heart. Many of our people today out here shopping and buying are not keeping God's laws according to the Sabbath day. Read on.
For the abundance of all things.
Because the earth was made for the Israelites. Read on.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
So God said, if you don't serve me, I'm going to make you serve your enemies. Read.
Which the Lord shall send against thee.
Who sent the white man against us?
Which the Lord shall send against
Who
thee.
sent the Arab man against us?
Which the Lord shall send against thee.
Read.
In hunger.
So when we want something to eat, we got to go to our enemies. We don't own any grocery stores or anything like that. Read.
And in thirst.
And thirst. If you don't pay your water bill, it's going to get cut off. Who controls that? Your enemy. Read on.
And in nakedness.
Everything that we buy, we got to get from our enemies. We don't own no textile mills or anything like that. We got to go to our enemies. Read.
And in want of all things.
Birth certificate, death certificate, car insurance, a car, a bus pass. We got to go to our enemies. Read on.
And he.
And who?
And he.
Read on.
Shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
This he was going to put a yoke of iron upon our necks. How? Read.
Until he have destroyed thee.
This man put yokes of iron upon our necks until we was destroyed as a people. Same thing like we about to talk about with the Northern Kingdom. I just want to put this over for you. Read on.
The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far.
Oh, read that part again.
The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far.
So a nation came from far. Read.
From the
Not only from the north, but it came across that water too. But watch this.
From the end of the earth.
He came from the end of this nation, came from the end of the earth. Now the Lord going to give you a clue. Read.
As swift as the eagle flying.
As what?
As swift as the eagle flying.
So, what year did we go into slavery?
Where did we go into slavery?
Yeah.
After what?
By slave ships.
By slave ships? That I don't know.
You don't know? Okay then.
If you was going to say it was year that the kingdom fell, I can get
No, I ain't talking about that.
we went into slavery, that I don't know.
Okay then. All right then. Read that part again.
From the end of the earth. As swift as the eagle flying.
1492. The Spaniards came as the symbol of the eagle. That's just a so-called white man that speaks Spanish. They came over here and you see like Rio de Janeiro, Buenos Aires. They came from over here to over here as swift as an eagle, as a symbol. Not only them, Spain, France, they're all the same people.
Gentiles.
France. Well, we're talking about one particular people. God is talking about one nation. Read that part again.
As swift.
No, read it. Jump up.
The Lord shall bring a nation.
A nation. There's 18 nations. But he's talking about a specific nation that put yokes of iron upon our necks. Read it again.
The Lord shall bring a nation against thee.
The Lord shall bring a nation against thee. Read.
From far.
From far. Read.
From the end of the earth.
They came from the end of the earth just like the Northern Kingdom was pushed to the ends of the earth. Read on.
As swift as the eagle flying.
So you talk about Spain, France, Germany, all these kingdoms that rose and fall. That wasn't Japheth, that was the so-called white man. Their symbol, Edom symbol, always been the eagle. The eagle on your shirt. What you wearing today? It's the eagle. That's what America go at. They're the same people. They're an extension of Rome. They're all the same people. Okay, read on.
A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
Because we didn't speak English when we came over here. We used to sing Kumbaya, that's Hebrew. Swing low, sweet chariot. That's talking about the so-called UFOs that the white man know today.
That's right.
That's the chariots of God. Read on.
A nation of form, a nation of fierce countenance.
They have fierce countenance, and what did they do? Keep reading. Read.
A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old.
They didn't mind this young daughter right here was that age in the cotton field picking cotton. Read.
Nor show favor to the young.
And the sister right there, she could be 50, 60 years old. They had all of them in the cotton field picking cotton. But let's go. Hey, I'm finna get to your question right now. Get to your question. So these people in 1492, Christopher Columbus came over here. And he had an encounter right in the Caribbean with Cuba. Cuba and Puerto Rico. He came with his image right here, a white man Jesus, and was putting our people to death. But let's keep going. Let's go back to verse 46 real quick. Read verse 46.
And they, verse 46,
Read.
And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
Okay, then let's jump back to verse what I want right here.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 33.
Where's the ox in the ass? Yeah, there you go. Sorry, verse 31.
Verse 31.
Yeah, because the Indians have many animals over here, right? They had the buffalo. You ever seen those pictures when the white man was standing on all them buffaloes and stuff like that?
Before they laid the railroad, they started killing a lot of them.
Right, and when they built the native railroad, what they was doing, it was what they were doing. It was nothing but target practice.
That's what funded the Indian War was the railroad.
Right. What I'm saying is, when they did build the railroad, they still was killing them for sport from the train.
Because it starved out the Indians that actually was the hunters.
You're absolutely right.
Out there in the plains.
Right. Let's read that real quick.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 28.
Not just the buffalo. They did all the animals like that. Read on.
28 verse 31.
Read.
Thine ox shall be slain before thine eyes.
Their ox shall be slain before their eyes. Read.
And thou shalt not eat thereof.
They couldn't eat thereof, just like you said. They were starving them out. Read on.
Thine ass shall be violently taken away from before thy face.
Their ass was violently taken away from their face. Read on.
And shall not be restored to thee.
And it was never restored to them. Read on.
Thy sheep shall be given unto thine enemies.
Just like the sheep. Didn't they take the land too? The sheep come with the land. Read on.
And thou shalt have none to rescue them.
None to rescue them. We didn't have the power. The white man came and took the land. He had the power to overtake them. Read on.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
That happened to them too when they took the land. Their sons and daughters were given to another people. Read on.
And thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long.
Read.
And there shall be no might in thine hand.
There was no might in their hand. He's going to go down to verse what I want. Yeah.
Hey, boss man, quick question. When you went through these, right, and the blessings and the curses, one of the things is about a famous mistake, and one of them about like idol worship, because God always did say that about Israel, how to go a whoring to other gods.
Yeah.
If I ain't mistaken, I ain't got the book. But when I go over this, and I've been thinking about this, the West Indies, you look at each one that you said, who are these people? They all had different beliefs. For example, the Mexicans, the Aztecs,
Yeah, I know.
human sacrifice.
Right.
Argentina, Natalia.
That talk about them in the book of Hosea. They was mixing God's laws with pagan practices.
Okay.
That's what happened to them. All that human sacrifice, and actually those human, what you talking about was the Aztecs?
Human sacrifice.
Right. But guess what those things are? Those are pyramids. The same pyramids. Hold on. Those are pyramids. The same. How did they know that? Because they were the same people in Egypt that were building pyramids.
That's right.
They just uncovered pyramids in Puerto Rico.
They could uncover pyramids in Tennessee.
Okay then. But who was here? Who was in Tennessee?
I give you that.
American Indians, right?
That's right.
How did they know that? Because they knew how to build them.
Good.
But then they weren't the only ones though. They found pyramids all over the world now.
Thank you. Where the hell?
Even in Antarctica they found pyramids.
Where we at today?
Right now,
Hold on. Verse 64. Read verse 8. No. Hold on. You said something, I'm gonna let God answer your question. Read verse 64.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 64.
Read on.
And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people.
That's why we in Antarctica today, brother. We everywhere. We scattered among all people.
Really don't mention in Antarctica, but I get what you're saying. You
have to get what God's saying. Read it again.
And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people.
Read.
From the one end of the earth even unto the other.
And what happened to it? Just like he just talking about.
And there thou shalt serve other gods,
Read.
which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone.
Just verse 68. Just like you just said, you don't know when we went into slavery. 1492. These people was in slave ships before these people came to slave ships.
My thing
1619.
They about Spain. If you saying that these people here, you saying these, which one, Etham or Cuban?
No, all of them. Where did Columbus? Who the hell you think Columbus was financed?
Bring it up. Columbus was financed by the Spanish.
Thank you. And then when he by Queen
Americano that actually had discovered America. That's why it's named America.
No, Americano. Let me get a history. The only reason this place was called America or America's Vespucci, that's what you're referring to, is because Columbus got caught stealing. Columbia is named after him. They named North Central South America by what you're saying by the white Italian navigator.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.